Hello and good evening. Here is the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State government strengthens project management to drive development. House of Representatives tasks Central Bank of Nigeria on gradual withdrawal of old Naira notes. On the foreign scene, Canada announces sharp cuts to immigration targets. And in sports, Nigeria's Stanley Nwabali gets nomination for 2024 CAF Goalkeeper of the Year Award. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has underscored the critical role of project management as a driver of effective governance and sustainable development through the enforcement of best practices in project management. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this at a one-day workshop on mastering effective project management strategies for success, organized by the Office of the Chief of Staff through the Project Implementation and Monitoring Unit, PIMU, in collaboration with the Project Management Institute, PMI USA, represented by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat. The governor highlighted his administration's commitment to advancing public sector efficiency through strategic project management. He noted that the workshop aimed to refine the skills of top officials to ensure that public projects are delivered on time, within budget, and to high standards, thus boosting the government's reputation and accelerating Lagos' growth trajectory. Managing Director of Project Management Institute, PMI, Sub-Saharan Africa, George Asamani, commended the state for its forward-thinking approach to public administration. He also lauded Lagos' ongoing efforts to invest in the professional development of its officials, calling it a model for other cities across the continent. Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Budashiru Obasa, says there are no plans to scrap the 37 local council development areas, LCDAs, in the state. Obasa stated this at a second public hearing on the bill to amend the local government administration law of the state. The speaker, who was represented by his deputy, Mojisola Lasbat Miranda, recalled that about 2 weeks ago, a public hearing was held to deliberate on the electoral bill for the local government elections, which he said is the first right step before the House could go into how the local governments should function. He said the bill has elaborated all that needs to be done for an effective administration of the local government, including declaration of assets, nomination of a chairman, removal of a chairman or vice chairman, discharge of functions of the chairman, local government area supervisors, appointees, executive powers of the local government, street naming, among and many more. Our correspondent Abiola Fabolagun reports that the law, when passed, will allow the local government to function optimally with strict adherence to the rule of law and separation of powers. Lagos State government has announced a traffic diversion plan for the forthcoming Afropolis International Cultural Festival. The event, which is organized in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, is scheduled for a duration of 9 days, starting from Saturday 26th October to Sunday 3rd November for 24 hours daily. There will be a full road closure of J. Randall Road, Onikon, Lagos, between Lagos City Mall and National Museum before Onikon Roundabout for the event. Motorists are enjoined to navigate from Awolowo Road to Tafawa Balewa Square Road, turn left into Onikon Roundabout to connect King George V Road and link Marina Exit to connect Force Road to access Tafawa Balewa Road to continue their journeys. Those moving from Alta Marina to Awolowo Road will turn left into Force Road to link Tafawa Balewa Road and connect Old Defense Road to Tafawa Balewa Square to Makati Street and link Onikon Road to Awolowo Road. Also, motorists from 3rd Mainland Bridge, Ring Road, going to Awolowo Road will turn left into Force Road to link Tafawa Balewa Road to connect Old Defense Road to access Tafawa Balewa Square to link Makati Street and connect Onikon Road to Awolowo Road. Those from Awolowo Road going to Tafawa Balewa Square will connect Onikon Roundabout to continue their journeys. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo has emphasized the necessity for a collaborative partnership between state and federal government to expedite investment in the exploration of the state's crude oil resources. Governor Ododo stated this during a working visit to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lukubiri, in Abuja. He expressed the willingness of the state government to cooperate with the federal government in line with President Bola Tinubu's commitment to pursuing oil exploration in the frontier basins in Nigeria. On his part, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Bill Heineken Lukubiri reaffirmed the status of Kogi as an oil-producing state and pledged commitment to mobilizing investment to explore the substantial crude oil deposits in the state. Lukubiri also restated the government's determination to deploy funds to unlock new discoveries and facilitate oil exploration in the country. The House of Representatives has urged the Central Bank of Nigeria to commence the gradual withdrawal of old Naira notes and make available to Nigerians new notes in 200, 500 and 1,000 Naira denominations. This is just as the Green Chamber charged the Apex Bank to direct money deposit banks to transact businesses with their customers in new Naira notes to kick off the mopping of the old ones. The resolution of the House followed the adoption of a motion of urgent national importance sponsored by the member representing Ogbaru Federal Constituency, Anambra State, Victor Ogene, during plenary. Leading the debate, Ogene recalled the difficulty Nigerians went through with the decision to redesign the Naira, noting that CBN's inability to circulate adequate new notes came short of making life hellish in the country. The House, following the adoption of the motion, referred it to its Committee on Banking Regulations for further legislative action. Public affairs personnel in the employ of the Lagos State government have been urged to take self-development more seriously in a bid to further enhance the career paths and the delivery of government services to citizens. This came to the fore at an event organized by the Lagos State Ministry of Information and Strategy and the Merit Toastmasters Club, Ikeja. With the theme Self-Development, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Motosho, noted that the program is not only about career development, but also character moral building.
Everybody has spoken very well about the program. So I believe for the Ministry of Information and Strategy, sustenance will not be a problem. I mean, we are going to be doing things like this that will make our officers to improve themselves, for them to gain. It's all about knowledge. And the search for knowledge is something that we all must continue to pursue.
In their goodwill messages, past president of the Merit Toastmasters Club, Adeni Ikeja, Fumi Omotosho, and permanent secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, Olumide Shogunle, said public speaking is a serious business and participants must continue to embrace initiatives that promotes personal growth.
I would like every participant to know that there's nothing that you can achieve outside of your self-development.
So if this continues on a regular basis, ultimately those who are learning will become perfect, and ultimately we'll have officers who can speak in public with confidence anywhere they are called upon to do so.
President of the club, Razak Odejaye, described self-development as the process of identifying one's strengths and weaknesses and taking deliberate steps to improve on the needed areas. Odejaye noted that Toastmasters is not just a club, but a platform for individuals to hone their leadership and public speaking skills while boosting their confidence and expanding their social networks.
The message is simple, for them to take the right step. As a matter of fact, the theme of our meeting today is self-development. And one of those steps that I took was joining Toastmasters. Since then, I have seen transformation.
The event was conducted in 3 sessions of speaking without prior preparation, speaking after proper preparation and evaluation, where presentations, pronunciations, and use of language and humor, grammatical synthesis, and time management, among others, were judged by experts. Outstanding participants were presented with awards of excellence. Now to foreign news. Canada has announced a sharp cut in the number of immigrants it allows into the country in an effort to pause population growth, marking a notable shift in policy for the Justin Trudeau government. As part of the changes, Canada will reduce the number of permanent residents in 2025 from a previous target of 500,000 to 395,000. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said his government did not get the balance quite right when it bolstered immigration post-pandemic to address labour shortages. According to him, this reduction reports population growth in Canada over the next 2 years, giving provinces time to catch up on bolstering their healthcare programs and housing stock. Now sports. Nigeria's Stanley Nwabali has been has been nominated for the 2024 CAF Goalkeeper of the Year award. The list of nominees CAF released revealed that Nwabali will battle 9 other top goalkeepers for the award. The Chipa United shot-stopper had an impressive outing for the Super Eagles at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations earlier in the year. He is currently one of the highly rated goalkeepers in the South African League. The 2024 CAF Awards will hold in Marrakech, Morocco on Monday, December 16. And just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has underscored the critical role of project management as a driver of effective governance and sustainable development through the enforcement of best practices in project management. The House of Representatives has urged the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to commence the gradual withdrawal of old Naira notes and make available to Nigerians new notes in 200, 500 and 1,000 Naira denominations. We also told you that Canada has announced a sharp cut in the number of immigrants it allows into the country in an effort to pause population growth, marking a notable shift in policy for the Justin Trudeau government. And in sports, Nigeria's Stanley Nwabali has been nominated for the 2024 CAF Goalkeeper of the Year award. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluboroku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please